we go again.
I demand more.
I want it, I need it, and I'm gonna have it.
Alrighty, and welcome back. And we have some special guests in the studio today. I'm so excited for this one. We have Tara. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Tara.
Okay.
It's okay.
I'm thinking the land of Tara from like Gone with the Wind or something
yeah.
like that.
Well, and my last name, my maiden name was Roed, R-O-E-D. So everybody called me Tara Roed going throughout school. So I answer to anything.
Gotcha. And you have your chef with you, one of your cooks?
Jesse.
Hello, Jesse. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Round of applause. No,
Yay.
I'm the only one.
Yay!
So anyway, you guys work at one of my favorite places in Ramona.
We do. Yes. I am, as of now, announced yesterday, the new general manager of Up the Hill Grill.
Wonderful.
Yay, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you. I've been with Molly's since before Up the Hill even opened. I helped open the restaurant and finally moving into the direction of management. And Jessie is now our head chef and our kitchen manager.
Yep.
All
so
right.
He's taking over the kitchen. A lot of big changes happening.
A lot
at
of
Up
big
the Hill.
changes that we're
That's
excited about.
awesome.
Yeah.
So we have
That
really
is
special
awesome.
people here today.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Thank you.
And now Dan and I, we go to Up the Hill Grill. No. Let me rephrase that. We go to Molly's / Waypoint Saloon all the
Come where the
time.
margaritas are at.
Exactly, and that's problematic because for a while we couldn't do it because Junior was at that age. Now he's at the age where we can go and leave for a bit here or there, and then we could go to the Waypoint Saloon. But is there ever in the works? I know you're serving beer and wine on the Up the Hill Grill side. Is there anything in the works for a full liquor license?
Probably not. We talked about it when we first opened, trying to figure out whether we wanted to go in that direction.
Yeah.
But sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, you're good.
Technical difficulty.
No, it's okay.
I
Yeah.
tried to look pretty for you ladies and put on jewelry.
Yes. The jewelry
And
is-
real clothes. 'Cause I'm not at
Yes.
the bar.
She
And
could
now-
have clipped it on her jewelry, and that probably would have been fine.
Now, I noticed that today you're dressed differently than when I see you at work. You do
She's not making money right now.
Wait a minute. We need to clarify that.
she works hard for her money.
I think I have Roxanne in here somewhere.
Yeah. I have 3 children, so OPMS and Ramona Elementary frown upon my bar uniform walking in to pick up children from school. So I do own normal clothes as well.
There was one day when I went to open house for my son. He's homeschooled now, but before he wasn't. And this one lady had this one shirt that was see-through with the black bra underneath and shorts where you could see that her cheeks were hanging lower than her
Are
shorts.
you positive it wasn't me?
Positive. And she's wearing like 5-inch stilettos.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to wear that there.
I'm like, somebody's mama's a hootie. I couldn't help but think,
She's
oh,
just
stop
trying to
thinking.
get her kids some extra credits. Okay.
In kindergarten?
Start them early.
So I can see where it's probably more appropriate to dress more
Yeah.
appropriate for when you're dropping your kids.
Yeah, you know.
So,
Walmart's one thing.
exactly. No, she was Nordstrom's all the way, but it still wasn't appropriate for her age. It was definitely high-end clothing. So we were over there the other day. Mm-hmm. And we just absolutely had a blast, just hanging out. You guys are always fun to go to.
Thank
and
you.
I actually invited you a couple months ago.
You did.
To come in.
You did.
But that didn't work out. You had to do stuff.
Life was crazy. This transition has been happening
Yes.
for a little bit of time now, and so it's been kind of wonky.
Exactly.
Chaotic.
So someone then posted something not so nice on Facebook, and so we decided to bring you back on. Or bring you on for sure, you know. So we did break that post apart here on air
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
the next day, and then that's why we decided to go
We
hang
decided
out.
to go have lunch.
You did, I know. We had margaritas and
I don't think just
Tacos.
the
It was Taco Tuesday.
It was Taco
It was a
Tuesday.
Taco
Yeah.
They were
Taco
very
Tuesday.
good. I don't know whatever it was, but it was some kind of
I think you
fried
guys had
cheese.
the fish taco. Oh, the queso taco.
Oh
Queso
gosh,
de
that was so
BLT,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some fried
Yeah.
cheese and bacon. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
It was something that probably wasn't very good for me to eat, but it was really good though.
It was better than what
Tasty.
it was better for you than what I had. I had the Islander fries.
The Islander
Y'all
fries,
remember?
that's right.
Y'all had some.
Well,
too.
I had some of those too. I said next time I'm going
shared.
to order that instead.
I love those
They're
Islander
so
fries.
good. Have you ever
now.
had them with the tots?
No, I'm not a huge
You have
tot
one with a
person.
tot? Oh,
Yeah.
I love tots.
I love tots.
Yeah.
You recommend the tots?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the Islander fries has this. The nacho cheese you have is just downright perfect, and sour cream stuff.
Sour cream.
What's
You
your
know-
guys' favorite thing to eat there?
Oh,
Usually, I mean, what is it? Something you
my
always
kitchen knows if I am working
Uh-huh.
within the first couple
get?
orders that I have come in, there's going to be a maple bacon bourbon burger on that order.
Oh,
because
Oh, yeah.
It is hands down my favorite,
Yum.
and I sell it to everybody that
Yeah.
walks in.
Yeah.
Or the bulldog.
What's on it? It sounds delicious. Though.
It's a deep fried red onions and jalapenos
Oh my god!
on top of it. Yeah, and then the burgers is seared on the grill, and then we put it into a syrup, brown sugar, cayenne pepper, and bourbon
Holy
to finish
cow.
it off. It just kind of feeds into the meat.
Yeah, and you didn't bring me one. Thanks. I'm just joking. that sounds amazing.
You
It's
can't
really
go
good.
wrong
So
with
good.
red meat and
It's
bourbon.
really good.
Like, seriously.
Oh, no, that's what I made for
I'm just
dinner
a
last
small
night.
town
Yeah.
girl, but I love me some bourbon and red meat. So.
My
Oh
favorite
my
there,
god! I
my
gotta try that.
absolute all-time favorite is Mountain Man Burger.
The Mountain
Oh,
Man.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't ever get rid of that. It's
No.
2 pieces of cheese with a smear of cream cheese in the center, and then they fry that on the flat top before
Yeah.
putting it on your burger with bacon crumbles.
That would have been my sister's
Oh
favorite.
my
We do
gosh.
like cream cheese. Like if I go get an omelet or something, and they say, "Oh, it has cream cheese," I'm like, "Okay, I'll
Okay.
take it."
Now, see, I've
Cream cheese. I'm like, "Okay, can't be
You'll
bad."
have to come in and try our
It's
Twisted
so
Clubzilla then. So it's like a club sandwich, but it has a spread of cream cheese right in the
Yeah.
middle of it.
Oh.
So
really
I'm
good.
starving this
Yeah, I know.
morning, so I'm like, I need to go eat.
I go every Tuesday, just about every Tuesday, to Up the Hill Grill, and I go sit out on the patio or inside at the booth and read my book and just sit there, and I'll be there for an hour and a half, maybe, and just, I'll order a couple tacos, and then a little while later, maybe order another one. You guys have excellent food.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank
It's
you.
always.
Your onion rings are amazing. I like onion
Yes.
rings.
Yes.
I had to put myself on a diet from the rancher when we first opened. I love hamburgers, but then when you put a stack of onion rings on top of a
yeah.
hamburger,
There's something so wrong and so right about
Oh
it
my
all
gosh.
at the same time.
Yeah, I know. My boyfriend probably was like, "Let's put the burger down." But
Right?
That's my 17-year-old son's favorite thing that you make.
is it?
Yeah.
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 Oh, yum.
After this lady put up this nasty post, and some other people put in some nasty stuff that was downright egregious. I mean, it was just downright rude. Did you guys get anybody come in saying, "Hey, we're still going to support you, we love you," kind of thing? I know we did.
You guys did, and I actually received a personal message from some dear friends of mine who own DeCarlos up here in Ramona, and she sent me a message right after it got taken, because it got taken down the next day. She finally,
Yeah.
I mean, there were some people that did jump on there and say some negative things. Some were just so egregious about the kitchen staff threatening them.
The
I mean, it was
practically-
just-
That's what
So
I can
practically-
understand.
I tried really hard to diffuse that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I tried to stay on top of it as much as I could, and it's hard because
You're running a restaurant.
well, I mean, I've been with this restaurant since it opened, and all of the staff, we're all friends. We all, I mean, we're
Right.
like a family, and
Yeah.
so if somebody attacks my family,
Right.
my natural instinct
Mama
is
bear
to
comes
get a little
on.
bit gangster. Like,
They were
go straight.
OG Ramona.
Yeah, and I had to refrain from doing that
Right.
and keep it professional, but also defend.
because you're
That
still
is so
someone in the
me.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
You got to
You know.
come up with a secondary Facebook name that you could.
Yeah.
Someone that
An
nobody knows.
alias.
it's
You
you.
can go get gangster
I
on people.
I have an alias. I don't even know if I still know the login because I haven't felt the need to use it in a long time. But like, if I have a real complaint and I want to be a real I'm not using my name. People, I'm a self-employed individual. I want people to hire
She
me.
needs to get herself
Yeah.
a gangster Facebook page.
I
So
know.
she
You
can
see
get on
Gail
there.
going like this.
Nobody.
I'm gonna get my Cholita eyebrows on and everything. And
Hey,
Gail, the thug life.
Dan has one too, and we're married in our gangsta life.
Rolling in their Buick.
Get the eyebrows going on.
Nine. playing Pokemon Go.
Jeez. On their way to
I
the
couldn't
PTA
take you
meeting.
seriously.
PTA, right? Exactly. With my cupcakes in tow. I'm gangster, don't you?
Do you seriously think we show up just for margaritas all the time? No, there's 2 Pokestops there. Come on. We have priorities, you know.
You know?
So do you guys have anything new and exciting coming out on your menu?
Oh, that's
great.
Usually once
next
a month
month's
thing,
special?
right?
Yeah.
We're making sure to really expand our menu for our specials. This month we're experimenting. We actually got duck wings in, which we're really excited about.
Oh, wow,
Did
really
you hear
good.
that, Dan?
That's gonna be in a tangerine sauce that we're actually using the IPA from Stone.
We
Correct?
did. We just
Oh,
put
yeah.
the Stone Tangerine
wow.
Express IPA.
I
which
was gonna
Dan would
ask
love
about beers,
because
yes.
Dan drinks the Latitude 33
My
Blood
husband's
Orange
a
IPA.
beer
Yes.
drinker,
Oh, yeah.
IPA
that's
drinker.
that's such a summer thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
It is.
Right.
making beer
Well,
menus.
absolutely.
And see, and that's the thing that we try and focus on is really staying with that season and what's going on. So
Awesome.
the burger that we're doing for July, because it's been so hot lately,
Right.
is we're going to do a burger, a half-pound burger that's stuffed with lemon, citrus, and black pepper compound butter.
Oh yeah.
Very good.
Oh God.
With,
I made it for them last night. They
it was
loved it.
amazing. It's got
I'll
a
come in
Nice.
anytime and try your food.
When you do a monthly option, a burger,
Mm-hmm.
are you one of the main creators?
Yeah.
Is there a team for that?
Well, it's always a team effort there. You know,
Yeah.
it's from all the way from our cooks all the way up to management. We try and come together, have meetings, and come together and try and pick a theme. Mostly because Tara's going to be doing a lot of the beer ordering, and we want to be able to match it
Yeah.
with that.
Right.
You know, so if we're doing a seasonal beer, we want to be able to complement it so that on the special menu now it's going to say goes well with XYZ.
Right
you know.
on.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I was looking at a proposed menu by another chef not too long ago, maybe Thursday last week, whatever. And everything on the menu, he literally said, "This is going to be our beer menu," and nothing on there really paired with beer.
Yeah.
And even I mean,
It's more
and-
like
and
a
not-
wine menu.
Well,
fine
no,
dining.
not even really so much that. but
Soda?
it was- a lot of the ingredients were fall or autumn type vegetables
Okay.
or
Right.
things like that.
Right.
And the other chefs were like, what are you going to pair this with?
Yeah.
Need to brighten it
pick
up.
your
Right.
beers 1st and then pair your foods
Well,
to that.
yeah.
And the thing that I love about the restaurant is because the bar has we're always going to have our set beer that just sells, especially because
Right.
we have a younger crowd that comes into the
Right.
bar. So they're going to
Yeah.
want the Coors Light and everything like that. But in the restaurant, because we cater to more of a sit down experience and an atmosphere, we can experiment a lot with our
Yeah.
beer. So
Right.
we have the Tangerine Express by Stone. We
That
have the
sounds
Hoppy
good.
Poppy by Figueroa Mountain, which is an IPA, and I just put on Refuge, which is a red. It's a red beer that is really
A red beer.
yeah.
Oh, I've never
So
heard
it's
of
like a red ale.
So
Okay.
the way you keep Dan happy is to always keep something like an IPA with high APB. That's what
I
he's
know.
paying attention to. The rest, flavor? What flavor?
Right? I know. Just tell me
What's
what
the
the
number?
ABV is on
I'm
it.
not a big for myself. My husband loves IPAs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
what. Yeah, he'll pick an IPA anytime. I'm just not a big IPA fan. I don't know if it's too. I always say it's too hoppy.
Too hoppy.
For me.
Yeah.
What is something that you would recommend for someone like me that isn't a big Corona?
Margarita.
No, I do like beer, but I'm just not
Okay.
a big. I would like something on tap, but everything seems like it's IPAs.
If you want to go with something, what I always recommend to people that aren't big on IPAs, I recommend the 394. It's the Tony
Okay.
Gwynn beer.
Yeah.
It's an ale, but it's
I could
It's
do
lighter,
ales.
right?
Okay.
It's lighter than an IPA,
Right.
But it has a very strong flavor to it. So it's not going to be like a pale ale by Sierra Nevada,
Right.
which is going to be very mild, or like a Stella.
Right.
It's going to have a really good flavor to it.
Okay.
What I call it is like the starter pack for IPAs. So for somebody who wants to learn how to drink IPAs,
Okay.
the
That's what I would need.
394.
I need a starter pack.
The 394 is very light and mild, but you know what? Beer right now is trending so much.
It is.
That really
So
there's
much
a beer
options.
out there for everybody.
Yeah.
If you don't like hop and
Except
you
for
like
me.
something a little sweet, you can go with like a Cali Creamin',
I
which
like
is
sweet.
a cream beer. So you would love the Cali Creamin', Belching
So I need
Beaver.
to come in with my husband and do some
Testing.
He'll drink all your IPAs,
Well, if you
and I
come
just want
into
something
the
not the IPA.
Do you offer like a flight?
we do in the bar.
See, there
in
you
the
go.
bar for $10, you can get 4 tasters.
See,
And
that's
you
what
can
I
either
love
pick
is the
them-
tasters.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
But all of our bartenders are super knowledgeable. So if you come in and you tell them you want a taster and you tell them I don't like IPAs, I like something a little bit sweet or I like something a little bit mild, we have 23 beers on tap. And
Awesome.
so, they're going to be able to pick out a beer that's going to fit you the best and that they think that you might enjoy. But if you want to come in and just have a pint also,
Right.
we can give you a little taster. We do it every day, Here,
Okay.
and taste this, or if we get something new
always
in,
do it to Dan.
I do it to Dan. I did it the last time.
See, I want to do that with the menu.
Yeah.
I think
I'll take 2 tater tots and
I wish you did
Kind
have
of
like
hard
a
to split a
starter.
burger that way.
I would love to do that for the menu. Like, do something where you could pick a few and, like, just a small little tasters. and
Much
like,
easier
ooh.
with appetizers and stuff.
I know.
Not so,
I know
Not
it
so
is.
easy with the burger.
I know
I
it's
think something
not,
that
but it
would
would be
be
nice.
Do little mini burgers.
little
Like-
mint, right? I know, just a little taster.
Just a little baby bird.
I like burgers, but some people burgers are their go-to. I mean, that's the thing. They go there for the burger. I love your burgers, but I really like more of the lighter fare. And I had your Wahoo sliders week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Amazing.
Yeah.
You've got, that's what I really like about your menu. You've got the heavier stuff, but then you've got other stuff that
Lighter option or
more
different flavor
more
option.
coastal,
Yeah.
little lighter.
Well, and people are shocked when they see seared ahi on our menu,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're very tentative to try it, and they'll tell us like, "Are you sure it's good? Like this is Ramona."
It's
And
beautiful.
like,
I've seen
you know
it come
what?
out, but I won't.
I don't eat it.
I don't eat fish.
It's
I
it's
like
excellent.
I like all.
Yeah.
I wish
I love our Sirai.
See,
Yeah.
You
the
love
thing
it, too?
is, when I watch a Food Network and they're doing a piece of meat like ahi that's just barely seared and it's all red, I'm thinking, no
I'll
way,
take
it
it
needs
for-
to
I'll
be
take it.
cooked.
I'll
I
take it
won't
for
even
you.
do sushi, so
And that's the thing about what we do offer in seafood. We try and make it unique. We offer our
Right,
Thresher
right.
shark tacos. A lot of people like the fact that our tacos are made with shark. And then
yum.
when we saw the success with that, we were like, well, we might as well try the swordfish.
Swordfish.
now
Because-
last I checked.
Swordfish
Oh, sorry,
is
go on.
so good.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have any oceans nearby, so where do you get your meat from? You get- No, I mean,
We don't have any oceans nearby. Only
I'm
45 minutes away.
I'm
but-
talking Ramona.
Sorry, I had to jump
talking-
real fast. That was funny.
Let me rephrase that.
Okay, yeah, rephrase
There's
that.
not a
no
coastal
ocean
town.
direct. We're not a coastal town, so where do you get
But
your
we're nearby
meats
at
from?
coastal.
Well, we are.
For our
We're
shark-
close. We're close enough to get something
Fresh.
swimming in the water today and served today.
Yeah.
Okay,
Correct.
but
Thresher shark, we actually do go right down to San Diego, and we get it from an individual distributor down there, which
Very
we're actually
cool. Oh,
really
that's
excited
awesome.
about.
And
Okay.
they get it from Catalina,
I
right?
believe so, yeah.
Yeah, they bring it in from Catalina and people get frustrated because a lot of times we'll be out of our shark, and it's like,
Right.
I try and tell them, like, we can't do anything about it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we get our shark from Catalina. If the
Yeah.
distributors can't get their hands
Because-
on it.
The
funny
fish
thing-
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
The fish market down in San Diego. When I want to go down there to go get fresh fish, because I'll make sushi for my daughter, I'll leave at 4:00 in the morning because otherwise, if you go down there, and they say that they are open from 7 to 10, whatever. If you get down there when most people think it open,
Yeah.
the restaurants have already cleared them
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, you
So-
got to get there when
'Cause
they're
the
taking them
restaurants
off
want
the
fresh.
boat.
But yeah,
Yeah.
And it's funny, the thing about Thresher shark is, from what we understand, you don't go out and fish for thresher. It's just if you happen to get one,
Yeah.
you slice it up. So it's a very on-call kind of thing. You got to really get it when it's there. So that a lot of times we will run out of shark, but we make a good effort to
right
be in
to
the
keep
right
it
contact
stocked.
with the right people.
So,
So you
you
guys-
have a phone number that they call.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we got fresh shark. Come on, dude. Come on.
got the
I
goods.
I could hook you up.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
So you guys get your fish, is it every week you guys get, or how
we
does it?
order 3 times a week.
3 times
Oh,
a week.
3 times a
yeah,
week.
we-
Oh, wow.
3 times a
Okay.
We're
week.
making an effort.
Yeah.
And
So you're really like going through it and like really,
Oh,
okay,
we go
that's
through
awesome.
it, and we just want to make sure that we keep everything fresh, and that our product is
That's what matters.
standing up to
Mm-hmm.
the level that we expect it to. So.
And there's
no, that
never
makes
been
me
a
really
time
good that
Yeah.
you guys do that.
Yeah.
There's never been a time I've been disappointed. I mean, I've had a Mountain Man burger that wasn't as good as the one I had a week before.
Yeah.
But I've never been disappointed. Even on your worst days, it's still phenomenal.
Well, and I think
Everybody
you
has
and
an
I-
off day.
Everybody has their off day, and I think one of the first times that you and I
know.
spoke when I was able to be your bartender, what we talked about, and it was the original reason that we talked about me coming in and talking was, the kitchen's always going to have an off day.
Right.
But the way that I was trained in this industry is people will come back for mediocre food and excellent service, but people will not come back for terrible service and great food. So
Right.
we
Right.
try and make sure that our service in the restaurant and in the bar is always on point because, the kitchen's going to mess up sometimes. We're going to mess up sometimes. I blame the kitchen if I forget to put in an order and just tell the customers that the kitchen's
You're
running
full
slow.
guy.
We'll be the bad guy. We'll be the bad guy. It's okay.
Because nobody knows what you look like outside of work.
But, you know,
Well, now they do.
No,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they do.
got this on video now.
Now we can't hide.
Can't hide.
Well, I think one of the problems in the food industry right now is that with the explosion of the popularity of like the F word and Chopped and all of those things, everybody watches it. Everyone's got their phone. They're blogging their food. And it doesn't matter how good it is. You're always going to have someone somewhere who will complain if their ice cream is cold.
Yeah.
You know, that they order a well-done steak and then they complain that it's
too
well
dry.
done.
It's dry.
You know, yeah. Or they order a medium rare, but they really wanted it you know,
Rare.
yeah, I mean,
Yes.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Well, you can't please 100%
No.
percent of the people 100% of the time.
Yeah.
But when I was first working at Starbucks and I was kind of new, I kept a smile on my face because
Yep.
Starbucks is a really, really tough job to really get everything. I just kept smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when people would come up to me and say, I really want to keep this job, how do I keep going? How do I impress?
Yeah.
I said, even if you mess up, even if you're stressed, keep smiling.
Yeah.
Because you could cover a multitude of mistakes
Oh, yeah.
with a smile.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's easier to do in the restaurant. In the bar, that becomes a little bit more difficult, you know. And
It's a high-paced,
but
stressful job.
It's a very stressful job, very stressful, and so you know, but. We have a really good core group of bartenders, especially Danielle. Danielle Edmondson is our new bar manager.
She the blonde?
She's not the blonde. That's Paula.
Oh, Paula.
Paula.
Sorry, yeah. She's really
Danielle.
sweet.
I don't know if you've ever met Danielle. She's a nighttime bartender, strictly
Oh,
nighttime.
yeah. I usually don't.
And so, but she's actually taking over all management in the bar right now. But the girls that have been there, between me and Paula and Danielle, none of us have been there for under 4 years. And so, you know, we've got a really good core staff that works there, and we
That's
just try
awesome.
and smile through it.
There's one more thing I wanted to talk about. I want to hear about your experience behind the scenes from when you were on Bar Rescue.
Oh goodness.
yeah, that was a
I
question
was
I had
there.
too.
Yes,
For
Dan
all-
asked me to ask you
For
that.
all of Ramona, anybody who saw that show, I am going to tell you right now that, and I'm contractually, I'm not supposed to say anything negative about Bar Rescue. However, I'm a single mother of 3 in an apartment. I don't know what they're going to take from me if they come after me and try to sue me. So
Well, no,
But
you can be cryptic
it's-
if you want, but it was more staged, right?
it's very staged. It's very staged.
Yeah,
That's
that
hilarious.
was his big thing when he came out that night. None of this
None
is
of-
fake.
Well, and the reason that he has to say
I
that
know.
is because they had some lawsuits that got lobbied against them because of some issues with the staging, where it went from being staged to an actual serious event that, you know, affected families
Yeah.
of bars. And so
Right.
it was
Wow.
a great experience.
Right.
I hid at home for about 3 days after the show and wouldn't come out. I come from a very, very strong, well-known Ramona family.
Yeah.
And the way that I was portrayed on the show, I was very uncomfortable with. And so it was a hard experience, honestly.
Right.
Everybody thinks like, oh my gosh, you got to be on national television. That must have been great. And it's like, no, it
No,
was
it's-
terrible.
You know,
Right.
they
It was-
do these shows because there is a market for them.
There is.
Oh, yeah.
And in order to maximize the money, you're going to film it and edit it the way that you're going to
Right.
create the most drama. And I think people get that stuff on TV is not real, but I don't think they think about it much.
Well, there's a lot of people who think reality TV is just exactly that, 100%
It's not.
Yeah.
not staged, and it's not necessarily
I
true.
still, to this day, have customers that will not allow me to serve them in the bar because they still see me as that really mean tattooed bartender that yelled at Danielle. And people to this day think that Danielle and I hate each other. And I was with Danielle at 10 o'clock last night going over work stuff. Like, we talk every day. We're friends. We hang out socially.
yeah.
But they see that show as 100% truth.
Which
and it's
is
just
not, yeah.
you know.
But out
That's
of
awful.
it,
Yeah.
you got this beautiful country and western decor.
We did.
I really do dig the new decor, but
Yeah.
I still want to call you Molly's.
We still call ourselves Molly's.
Yeah.
We went back and forth. Danielle and I had a meeting yesterday because we're doing a huge social media push right now.
Right.
We just launched our Instagram page for Up the Hill Grill and Molly's yesterday. And we sat there and we went back and forth. We're like, what do we call it? Do we call it Molly's? Do we call it Waypoint? Because the town of Ramona puts a very negative connotation with the name Waypoint Saloon. They don't like the name, they don't connect to the name, and they want Molly's back. And what they think of when they hear Waypoint is they think of Bar Rescue.
Right,
And
right.
so
You guys going to go back to Molly's?
we're not sure yet.
But if you
it's an
do-
expensive process. It's not cheap to just
I know.
change your name.
Right.
You know.
But if you do that, are you going to maintain the Western country decor? Because Molly's is an Irish pub, right?
Yeah, and and that was one of the things that they did point out on Bar Rescue that did make sense is Molly Malone's is historically a very Irish themed bar.
Right.
We were not an Irish themed bar. We were a sports bar. We inherited that name. It's been through 3 owners now as Molly Malone's. Before that, it was the Fat Cat and the Teepee Room. Both my grandmothers worked at the Teepee Room. That's how old
I remember the
Ramona.
Teepee
I
Room.
remember the Teepee
I
Room.
went in the TP room when I was a kid.
Back in the day when you could.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it was legal, but they let me in.
Oh, back in the Midwest, they still bring the babies into
Right?
the bars.
I love the TP room. That was
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, yeah. Everybody loved the teepee. But
Yeah.
what we've done, instead of going back to just straight Molly's and getting rid of all of what Bar Rescue did do to the inside, is we've kept the saloon feel.
Right.
But we've started to put up some of Bob's original Molly's decors, some of the things that really meant a lot to him and that was with the original Molly's
Right.
theme. And so
I got it. Molly Malone's Saloon.
we've thrown around.
I was just thinking,
Yeah.
if you did like a saloon girl and called her Molly's,
Yeah.
then you tie that over.
And
Molly,
ditch the Malone.
Molly's
Yeah.
Waypoint,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we change the name, it will probably have something to do with the saloon in it.
Yeah.
If we change the name, we're getting rid of Waypoint completely.
Right.
It just doesn't have a connection. Nobody really feels that
I
connection.
still call it Molly's.
Oh,
When
we
people
all
call
call
it Waypoint, sometimes I go, what?
What? Yeah.
I call it both, but I still
Up the hill
Quantum-
grill, I know.
Yeah.
But when
Yeah.
they say when it's called the other one, I
Yeah.
completely sometimes get
Yeah.
lost. Like what?
Yeah.
They said Molly's. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Now I know who it is.
And we still call ourselves Molly Girls,
Yeah.
We're still Molly's Girls and stuff, we're not...
Yeah.
But we have to walk a fine line because
Right.
when we're trying to reach people outside of Ramona, somebody from San Diego can't drive through Ramona and be like, "Where's Molly's at?" Because they're not. It's Waypoint.
Right,
Technically we
right.
are Waypoint, and so
But I dig the country decor, so
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of like a love-hate. I wouldn't mind a great Irish pub.
Yeah.
But
and
you
what-
weren't really an Irish pub
We
before
weren't.
the switchover,
we
so
weren't.
it's
And
not
what-
like we
what
lost
I try
something.
and make sure people understand too when they come in is what you see now in the bar is hours and hours of hard work by Bob fixing stuff that Bar
Yeah.
Rescue did. They gave us tables that were not covered or finished, and I can't have a customer sit down at an old door because they were old doors that they made for tables, which is a cool theme,
Right.
but they weren't finished.
They need to be
Somebody's
lacquered
gonna
or
get a
something.
splinter, and now I'm going to have a lobster coming at us, And
Right,
so
right.
Bob spent many, many hours in there, and his parents, and all of us just fixing everything that they did for cameras, but was not actually feasible in an everyday running establishment.
Real life,
So-
yeah. All right. Well, does anyone else have any more questions for them?
I think we're good. I think
I'm so hungry for lunch. It's not
So
funny.
am I. I'm still hungry right now. But other than
Is
that,
it lunchtime
The
yet?
grill
Yeah,
will be
might as
fired
well
up in
be.
about 7 minutes.
Yeah.
I guess that means you have to get going.
In about 7 minutes.
All right. Well, thank you guys very
Thank
much
you
for
guys
Thank you so
coming
much
in.
for having us.
And we
Yes.
definitely enjoyed very much every bit of this. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Jesse and Tara.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll bring you back
Well,
and
I'll
another
be-
time if you want to share
I'll
some
be
more
there.
stuff.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
if you guys, as we get out of summer and move more into autumn and you start changing things
Yeah.
again, come back.
Tell
Absolutely.
us
Yeah,
specials and
Absolutely.
stuff.
Yeah.
when fall shows, our favorite time of the year.
I
Yeah.
can't wait for fall.
Ciders
I
and
love
yeah.
Yeah, you
Bring
guys
out
should definitely
pumpkins.
come back and come tell us what your guys' menu is
Absolutely.
changing to.
We
All
would
right.
love to.
And
That'd be
thank
fun.
you very much. This has been Ramona Town Radio, and we'll be right back here in a few.